What is up, my dudes? Good morning and welcome to Rodney, of course. Now, welcome to everybody who's coming from my cryptocurrency channel. Do me a favor, smash that like button. And if I provide any value to you guys, feel free to hit that Cash App. Donation's not necessary, but if you're into that sort of stuff, hit me up. And I think we have Mizzy Matt in the chat. We have Bernie and Steve the Canadian. Now, today's topic is where to meet people. Now, this is going to be applicable, to everyone really, but a lot of guys don't know where to go to meet women. Now, in today's day and age, it's really popular to use a lot of dating apps. Like people are really into dating apps, which is fine, but a lot of guys are at a disadvantage when if they met people in person, they could be at a better advantage, right? Now, if you guys don't know the format, pretty much I'm going to cover the topic for the first maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll go into answering questions for the chat. Looks like we have Bernie in the chat. What's up, baby? Steve the Canadian. B, what's going on, baby? How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? Simp Seminars. Obviously, it's from being facetious, right? Not really Simp Seminars over here. Or it could be a seminar to simps out there. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions when it comes to dating, relationships, and those sorts of things, hit me back up. Damn, we have a lot of people in here. Let's go, baby. Jeez. What's up, Flavor Dave? How you doing? Sackle Hunt. I saw Flavor Dave getting his tattoos. What's up, baby? Fresh and Fit are okay. I feel like one of those guys is like a con man. The short, dark one. That guy has said some stuff that is not, it's kind of lame. The other guy, the mulatto one, I like him a little more, but where to meet people. Okay, so here's the thing. Now, a lot of people use dating apps these days, which I think are fine. The issue is that a lot of guys are already at a disadvantage. Why? There's a few things you have to understand about dating apps. There's a few key things. One, women have filters. Unfortunately, height's a big deal. So short kings out there, look at the great equalizer, obviously is personality, charisma, money. That's a big deal, right? And you can't really show those things, not money, but you can't really show your personality on a dating app. Unfortunately, you just can't, right? Now, when you meet people in person, obviously, if you're charismatic or you're a people person or you know how to talk to women, well, then obviously you're at an advantage. But dating apps, it's so hard to kind of compensate for the things you may lack on paper. Now, another big thing is photos. Men just don't take good photos. They take bathroom selfies or shirtless selfies or like awkward pictures or pictures with your cat or some weird shit like that. Like, don't do those things, right? But if you're not good at, taking pictures and those sorts of things, you can't really display the full you. So dating apps are a good tool. I wouldn't rely on them. But I think the best way to meet people is meeting people in person. Now, where do you meet people, right? Now, obviously, having a social life of abundance is very, very important. You got to be able to have friends, right? Because the one of the ways that people meet is they have mutual interest with mutual friends, and they're doing some mutual thing they like, whether that's going to a festival, maybe a boat party, maybe rock climbing, whatever, right? Maybe you go to like farmer's market, whatever. You're hanging out with your friends. Your friend brings a friend. You guys hit it off, and that's how a lot of relationships start. Now, a lot of guys, unfortunately, a lot of us are loners, right? You have to do what you can to just hang out and get out and do something, be somewhere, right? Have some sort of social life. Try, right? Don't stay inside all day, every day. Try to dedicate time to spending time with friends, right? Festivals. I mean, I know a lot of people have met people at festivals, clubs. Now, a lot of people say it's not good to meet women at clubs. I get it. Maybe, but I say like, if it's like a hookup or something like that, why not? But maybe a long-term partner, people say it's not good to meet at clubs. I don't see why not? Especially, just because a chick goes to a club doesn't mean she's for the streets, right? There are a lot of women that go to the club that are, you could say, belong to the streets, but a lot don't, right? A lot like to go out and party and have fun and those sorts of things, right? Thank you, Sackle Hunt. Yes, hit that like button, right? So meeting people, you can meet people anywhere. Now, one of the issues is that guys who are like really looking for someone like a partner or something like that, I think a lot of guys feel like when they go out, they have to hit on every attractive woman. I don't think that's the case. Now, as men, we're visual creatures. Literally, I live in Southern California. I could walk down the street and see 10 women that I, would sleep with, right? But I think that here's the thing. If you're out and about, shopping, getting gas, whatever it is, right? Just living your normal, your everyday life. Because people that, you're strangers until you're not, right? You're strangers until the love story begins, right? If you see someone and they are your type and you're like, damn, you got to approach them. You got to introduce yourself. You got to spark up a conversation. You'll feel so much better if you did, right? If you did, right? If you go out and about and you meet someone who's exactly your type, like me, right? What's my type? I like white girls, right? I mean, I like all kinds of girls, but I love white girls, right? White girls, maybe a little taller, colored eyes, big old booty, right? Maybe red hair, freckles, and she's like perfectly my type. I would feel terrible if I didn't approach him. And the truth is, guys, most women that you approach are not going to find you attractive. And if they do find you attractive, they're going to be like, oh, he's cute. They're not going to be like, damn, high interest, right? Because the women you meet that are high interest in you, they're very rare. And they're very rare because a woman may have higher interest in you, but you may not like her. So, meeting someone who you really are into and they're really into you just physically, that's going to be very, very rare, but you can raise attraction over time, right? So if you're out and about and you see a woman that really does it for you, you have to do yourself a favor and you have to approach them and introduce yourself. And the truth is, you're probably going to get rejected. But let me tell you something. You're going to feel so much better that you took the opportunity to introduce yourself, right? And to say, hey, my name is Rodney, spark up a conversation about anything, right? Rejection's going to happen. Now, I'll tell you a funny story about me. So I was at a club 2 weeks ago down here in PB, and I saw someone who, in my eyes, was a perfect 10. And you guys know me. If you follow me in my crypto channel, I don't have a problem talking with people. I'm not scared to talk to women. Now, I used to be, right? But, once you become like more confident in yourself and your life, which obviously you have to do the things to become confident. Like, people who sell confidence is crazy. Like, you can't watch a fucking 10-minute YouTube video and become confident. Like, to become confident and secure in yourself, you have to do the work, which is physical fitness. Are you happy the way you look? Maybe your style, right? Are you happy with your life standards? How much money you make? Like, if you are just happy in all aspects of your life, you kind of exude that confidence. Like, you feel like you're obligated to that person when you approach them. So you come from a better angle. But even if you have all the things together, which I feel like I do, when I talked to this chick, I got rejected hard as fuck. She hit me with oh, hi, I have a boyfriend, like right away, which is kind of cunty behavior, but I took the chance, right? I took the chance, right? Big booty redhead I saw in the club. I was like, God damn, how to approach her. I would have felt like shit if I didn't, right? I did. I introduced myself, and I got rejected. It happens, but I feel good for at least taking the time to approach her. You know what I mean? So where to meet people? Everywhere, everyday life. You don't have to be at a club. You don't have to be anywhere. You can meet them anywhere. But the thing is, understand that there's all different circumstances involved. I mean, you could just say, for example, you're shopping, right? And you see someone who's like a perfect 10 in your eyes, or you feel like you have to approach them and you go up to them. You don't know what that woman is going through. She could have just gotten out of a breakup. She could just be like in the wrong headspace. Maybe she had a bad day, or maybe you're just not her type, right? There's so many different variables when it comes to meeting people in person. And the reason why people like dating apps is because that stuff is already settled. There's no cold approach, because if you match with somebody, at least they think you're physically attractive, right? Maybe you have a couple text conversations and it goes nowhere, but at least you are physically attracted to each other, right? So that's one thing you have covered already when you're using dating apps. Like that mystery is gone. And if you're meeting someone on the street, or you're cold approaching someone, you don't know what they're, you don't know where they're at in their life. They could have a fucking boyfriend, or they could be getting engaged. You never know. Some women don't wear their rings out, Now, I'm 32, and as I get older, that's one of the first things I look for nowadays. If I see someone I'm attracted to and I want to, say hi to them or whatever, I look at their hand. If I see a ring, I'm just like, all right, fucking avoid that, right? So, Bernie. Yeah. So, hey man, you get rejected. I mean, I'm not afraid of rejection, man. You can't be afraid of rejection. I know it's tough, but the way to get better at just talking to people is talking to more people. Now, you guys are going to hear me on this channel reference a lot of different people in my life that have taught me a lot about dating and relationships. And one of those people are Coach Corey Wayne. A lot of people have, but mostly Coach Corey Wayne. And one of the things he really talks about is treat all women the same. treat all women the same. That means Jenny at the cash register who's fucking 80, you want to treat her the same as you would treat Cindy, who's a fucking 10 in your eyes, who's your age. Not saying you want to treat them sexually the same, obviously, but I'm saying the way you would talk to them, you know? Practice talking to women, anyone, any women, older women, young women. Practice talking, just like a conversation. In fact, practice sparking up conversations with random people. I'll be at a grocery store and just start talking to random people. Just like, I'll be in the aisle with some guy or a chick, and maybe in the cereal aisle or something. And I don't know, just anything. Like there was a group of people the other day that they were like loudly arguing about like, I don't know, some cereal. Like, they said like Lucky Charms is the best cereal. And I was just like, nah. Fruity Pebbles, best cereal. Done. And then we just had a conversation. You know what I mean? So many people are so awkward talking to people. Just get comfortable talking to people. Treat all women the same. Because what happens with guys is that the women they think that are attractive physically, they tend to pedestalize them. You don't want to do that, right? You don't want to pedestalize women. That is so bad, because a lot of guys will end up treating women like celebrities. And contrary to what you may think, they just want to be treated like regular ass people. You know what I mean? And the way you don't do that is you treat all women the same and speak to them the same way. Shut up, Mr. J-Way. And you guys can start asking questions or interjecting and stuff like that. But that's pretty much the topic is where to meet people anywhere. Treat all women the same. Practice talking to women. And dating apps are fine, but understand if on paper, which means you're maybe a little shorter, maybe take terrible pictures, maybe you're just not good at dating apps, because dating apps it's a fucking science and an art at the same time. Maybe you should try to meet people in person. And honestly, I found the best connections come from people I meet in person, because meeting a person like a festival or somewhere out like in a public area, you're there. Like sometimes you have dates on the spot, right? Especially if you're like in a big group of friends. Like those kind of connections are just, you can't get those anywhere else. Dating apps are fine, but you really have to get them down, right? And the biggest things for dating apps is pictures, motherfucking pictures. Take good pictures of you, show your face, you with friends, right? If you have a good body, maybe do like showing pictures of you doing a workout, have some sort of style in those pictures, whatever your style is. If you're a guy who's like maybe a punk rock vibe, you know what I mean? Make sure, that's your vibe you put off. Make sure you have a nice little, style, whatever it is. Make sure you're not dusty. Have a good picture of you doing some social activities with friends. Maybe you're into fighting, maybe you're into rock climbing, whatever your hobbies are. Take pictures of you doing that. Like really work on your dating profile. You have to make it good. And it's all about physical attraction on dating apps, right? All about physical. It's all physical. Unfortunately for men, we're physical creatures, but women, they're not really. They are, obviously, but a lot of it is the other things that they're attracted to is like charisma, maybe what you do for work, resources. This is why really wealthy men are attractive to women, because there are gold diggers, yes, but women like men who can make it rain, who make money, right? Shout out to Richard Cooper, right? Entrepreneurs in Cars. Women do like men who can provide a fun lifestyle, who have a fun life, a social life of abundance, who do fun shit because they want to come with you on your fun bus, right? But on dating apps, it can be hard to put that across, right? So, you just got to make sure you have the dating app game down. What's up, Chrissy? How you doing? Take a picture with your dog. If you have a dog, yeah. Some people, a lot of guys literally get dogs just to post them on a dating apps. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm 6'1". Yeah, I'm blessed. I'm tall. It's funny because all my closest friends are like, except for my friend Rock, but all my closest friends are tall. Like Jake is 6'4". My friend Corey's 6'3". Jake's brother is like 6'4". You know what I mean? My friend Rock is like 5. He's very short, but every time I take a picture with my fucking friends, I look like a midget. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah, Wandy says you don't want to worship thing. Here's the thing, guys. I don't know what it is, but some guys will be like absolutely savages in their career. They'll be like bomb at a sport. Like they'll be killing it in every aspect in their life. But when they're around a woman, they become a little spineless jellyfish. Like they can't handle it, right? They can't handle the punani. You know what I mean? They become like little, when it comes to women, which is crazy to me. you know? I see that all the time. Like so many guys are like very attractive, have a lot of money, have a lot going on for them, but they don't know how to fucking act around women. They don't. And this is why you see like a lot of guys who you may think are not attractive. Like you see like a really hot woman with a guy who's like, in your opinion, not hot, which is like, why are you even judging a guy? But we do it subconsciously, right? And you may think in your head, oh, he must have a lot of money. Or maybe he acts like a fucking man, right? Maybe he sticks up for himself. Maybe he doesn't put her on a pedestal, right? Maybe, right? Maybe, so B says the only pics I take are mugshots. Mr. Jayway says, take a picture with your dog to show you're good with animals. I mean, a lot of women love dogs, right? Like I said, a lot of guys will get animals just to attract more women, right? I mean, keep in mind, a dog is a fucking 13-year commitment, right? Sometimes longer, right? So dogs are a commitment. But yeah, women love men. I mean, dogs. Women love animals, but don't rely on it heavily. You still have to have a personality, right? Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. A lot of guys call women gold diggers just for their money, but understand that women like um, competence, and a man who can make money is competent at something. Like he's working hard for something, because it's hard to make a lot of money in our society unless you win the lottery or something, right? But a man who's making a lot of money is obviously competent. Like I said, there are women who are just gold diggers, sugar babies, who will fuck a guy or sleep with an older guy to get, trips to Ibiza, to party on a boat, or maybe they're hookers or OnlyFans models. Yeah, there are those women out there. But that's not the only reason why women like men with money. It's because it takes competence to make a lot of money, right? It takes competence for you to have a nice place or a nice car, usually, right? You have to work towards it. So it's not just gold diggers. It's women, like competent men. And part of being competent is getting resources, right? Making money. Chrissy says Bernie is a weakling around women. You should see him on Twitter crying and begging Rowena. Jayhawk says single dad hoes melt for that shit. I mean, hey man, the thing is, Jayhawk, I mean, I don't know how many of you guys come from single households. I have. I mean, luckily I had some sort of masculine figure in my house, but my original dad, MIA, right? And a lot of dads ain't shit, right? Sorry for the black community, but a lot of black dads ain't shit, right? So if you're a black dad and you're like Jayhawk, for example, I'm gonna gas up Jayhawk a little bit here. Jayhawk makes good money with a good job, with a house. You have toys, and you're a single dad. You're making it happen. Like one of my good boys, I'm not gonna go into his name, but he shares custody with his kid, with his baby mama, and he's crushing it in life. He has a business that's going to be, he's probably a multimillionaire now, but he runs a very lucrative business. He's a CEO, right? Actual CEO, not some fucking guy who puts entrepreneur on their Instagram. My buddy's absolutely killing it. And he's a, single dad, he has a little baby girl, he's absolutely crushing it in life. And women find that attractive. They can, right? Because so many guys ain't shit, Awandi says, and not paying. Yeah, I mean, you could pay for OnlyFans if you want. Here's the thing about this. There's a lot of women I went to high school with that have OnlyFans. And I just want to see them naked, one time. There's one chick I went to high school with or a community college with. And I used to be into her, back in my simping days. And I'll tell you guys, I call it Simp Seminars. I want to go over some of my like cringy simp stories that are going to make you guys fucking throw up. But, hey, we all started somewhere, right? When it comes to OnlyFans, there was this chick who I went to community college with, and I had to see what she looked like naked once. I had to see, bro. One time, $13. Why not? Obviously, I don't think she was that hot, but it's like I always wonder what she looked like naked. Awani says toys. Is that term for cars? Yeah, toys could be anything. Toys could be a nice place. Toys could be cars. Toys could be just things, right? A lot of men who can break bread have like toys. Like women like that, Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Leading with money is a mistake, in my opinion, unless a woman is only there for your money. Now, there's a lot of men who are like weird and literally will spend their life accumulating resource and money just so they can get women. And that's the angle you want, fine. Like, I'd rather come from an angle where a woman wants me because she thinks I'm hot. Like, she wants to fuck me, right? Like, I make her fucking wet, right? That's what I want. Now, there are women who just want you for your money. I get fine, but that's not where I want to come from, right? The guys out there, we call them beta male providers, right? Shout out to alpha male strategies. All right, I'm sure this term has been there forever, but beta male provider, right? They're the guys that women settle for when they, give up trying to chase the man of their dreams or whatever, right? They're the guys who maybe they don't find that hot, but he's a nice guy. He's always there for her, She doesn't really want to fuck him, but you know what I mean? And those are the guys they settle for, right? There's a lot of beta males out there who will just, gladly take that role, right? They like that transaction, but that's not where I want to be. I want to be the husband. Well, I'll never get married again, but I want to be the man that, I'm 32, right? I'm only getting older. I want to be 40 years old, in shape, looking good, stylish, money. You know what I mean? And because what I've noticed is that as you get older, you'll see the quality of men just gets lower. I mean, everyone just gives up on their health. They become overweight. They have no style. They become like little beta males. They stop chasing excellence. They just sit and watch sports all day, right? I want to be the fucking the guy my wife's friends fantasize about. Hottest husband in the room. That's what I call it, right? Yeah, but women, okay, yeah, never lead with your money. Here's what I mean, right? It's okay. Look at you don't want to lead with your money, right? Because women want to, first of all, you got to let women find things out about you. Like, the problem with men when they go on dates is that they talk too fucking much. Women should be doing 80% of the talking. Naturally, women like to talk more. So facilitate that. Guys, overcomplicate dates. Ask questions. Hey, say if you met on a Hinge or something, or a dating website. Hey, so-and-so, I'll just say Jessica, right? Random name. Hey, Jessica, oh, it's so good to meet you. Make a little joke about the place. I don't know, whatever. Say, for example, you're meeting up at a bar for drinks. Be a man, be a leader. Hey, I made reservations if it's a busy place, whatever it is. If it's a bar, sometimes, I know down here in San Diego, you have to make reservations just to get fucking drinks these days. Order your drink, whatever. Just lead the interaction and ask them about yourself. Maybe she had like a funny profile, or maybe she's a nurse or something like that. So, how long you been nursing? Oh, how did you deal with COVID? That must have been crazy. Yeah, COVID was crazy, blah, 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 blah. What kind of nurse are you? Oh, I'm a psychiatric nurse, blah, 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 blah. Oh, where'd you go to school? I went to school, blah. And they'll end up talking so damn much. They'll get to a point, if she likes you, well, she'll be like, well, what about you? Let her pull information out of you. Oh, yeah, I do so-and-so living. But tell me about, where you went to school for nursing. That's crazy. How'd you get what? You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit, right? And women over time, they'll blab so much, they want to learn more and more things about you. Some people will sit there with a Rolex and be like, what's up, baby? Yeah, what time is it? It's good to meet you. Yeah, here are my car keys. Yeah, here's, yeah, no, yeah, I drive a Mercedes. Yeah. Are you sure you don't want me to drive you yet? You know what I mean? Like, some guys are really like lead with their money. It's just corny. Let women find that out about you. What I've noticed is that, say, for example, the date's going good. Maybe it's a second or third date. You invite her back over to your house. She comes and see, oh, he's living nice, or maybe you give her a ride home one day. Oh, he's got a nice car. They want to find these things out about you. So let women discover things about you. Don't be so much of an open book, right? Obviously, she asks a question, just be honest, and those sorts of things. Chris E says, what's the use of OnlyFans when you get for free? Even YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok showing twerking now. Yeah, well, Chris E, so the appeal of OnlyFans, because porn stars, I mean, literally, like, I feel bad for young men these days, because porn is so bad for young men. It is so bad, because that's not intimacy. Intimacy is not opening up your phone, Googling BBWs, or if you're Jayhawk, you like to watch midget porn, right? 3 midgets bang one dude. You can literally find anything you want on YouTube. Or, excuse me, porn websites, right? You could find anything you want. And intimacy is not opening up your phones, looking up some fucking random shit, and then beating off and nutting in 2 minutes. That's not intimacy. Intimacy is getting to know somebody slowly over time. getting closer, touching, kissing, and then obviously leading it to a successful conclusion in the bedroom. That's intimacy. So young men are training their bodies all the wrong way. But the appeal of OnlyFans is to see a high profile celebrity doing some nasty shit. Like if I saw somebody, whoever prime, who are you like in your prime? Maybe a prime, Jessica Biel. Jessica Biel started OnlyFans. I mean, you know. Yes, the system. Yes, getting married. So getting married is so bad for men. Luckily, I got my marriage scot-free because my ex-wife isn't crazy. She's actually pretty pleasant, even though she probably hates me now. But she's a pretty pleasant woman. She has a lot going on for her. And she's not crazy, right? And it's hard to find people who are not fucking crazy. She came from a very good home, very good parents. But yeah, a lot of women are crazy and will drag you through the court system. And if you have things to take, they can take it. The court system is not made for. The court system is kind of fucked up because if you think about what relationships were and the dynamics between men and women were 50 years ago, well, then maybe they made sense. For example, if I was a man who was making all the money and my wife stayed home and took care of the family, but I decided I wanted to leave her for fucking Julie, my secretary, who's got a big ass, and I divorce her. Well, obviously, it'd be messed up to leave her by herself. But nowadays, it's weaponized more than anything, and the court systems do not side with the men. And the truth is, women initiate 80%, close to 80% of the divorces. That's a lot. Right. So she has the right at any moment to leave your ass and take half your shit. When Jeff Bezos' wife, when they got divorced, she became one of the richest people by default right away because she took half his shit. He's Jeff Bezos, so he has so much money where it doesn't matter, but that's an example. Chrissy says, what's wrong with leading with money? Because it turns a lot of women off. If you're there to get laid on dates, it's not going to turn. You think it's going to turn a lot of women on? It's corny to women. I have all the no, women don't fucking, oh my God, let me fuck you. Unless they're like hookers or escorts or just there gold diggers. Women don't like that. It's a big turnoff. Big turnoff. Mr. J-Way says the biggest turnoff for me is the girl who smokes, can't stand the smell. Yeah, some people don't like smoking. Awani says 2 things you never tell women: how much you make and how to take care of yourself. Let your actions speak for themselves. Yeah. So you don't want to lead with your money. Let her ask about what you do for a living. Obviously, I kind of have an issue when I go out because people ask me what I do. And I say, oh, I do YouTube. And they're like, what? Because a lot of people put I'm an entrepreneur or a businessman. And they don't make any money from it, But then when they see how I'm living and, and stuff like that, they're like, oh, okay, he makes decent money and stuff like that. So I'm always at an interesting predicament, especially on dating websites. Like people ask what my predicament or what my job is. I say YouTube, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's fucking a bum," Shut up, Jayhawk. Proof of a meme says, "Just value yourself as a man. Women don't give a shit. They are cold-hearted." That's not true, dude. Unfortunately, in the red pill community and the dating and a lot of these guys really fucking they excuse me they profit on the angst of young men. There are some evil women out there. There are some terrible women out there. Yeah, 100%. They're not every woman. And look you don't have to invite those women into your life. You can say no. Like a lot of guys date these women because they're hot and they look past all these fucking red flags, all of them. And they're like, oh, why did she cheat on me? It's like, bitch, the signs were there since the beginning. You know what I mean? Take some personal accountability for the women you let into your life. Look for the red flags. Look for the red flags. I can go into a lot of them. We can. Entrepreneurs in Cars has a very good part in his book about red flags. Where did she come from? Where was she raised? What was the dynamic of her parents? Did she cheat on exes? Is she love bombing you too quick? Look for these things. There are good women out there. You just have to vet them properly. Men, we're visual creatures. So unfortunately, we get booty blind by a nice butt and a big pair of titties and a nice, cute smile. And we look past the red flags, and then you wonder why you get back home and she's blowing your neighbor, Bro, I got to ask for that one time, what drug was you on at that party? The question is, what drug wasn't I on at that party? You don't want to beat off too much. I think porn and masturbating too much for men is not good because what it does is it makes it so look at it's okay to release everyone. Obviously, you have to release. I think that semen retention, it's not for me. I think it's kind of corny. But the thing is, porn addiction is real, right? Masturbation addiction is real. And if you do that, you don't have the urge to get out there and find a relationship, right? That's the issue. A lot of men sit there and just beat all day to fucking porn, and then they don't have the urge to get out there and find women. Because what drives you to do that? Sex, right? You want to fuck something, right? And if you're busting nuts all day into a sock, you're not gonna have that urge to go out, maybe become a better man to find a good partner, right? Now, if you guys don't know Jordan Peterson, he made a very good point because a lot of guys say, "How do I find like my soulmate? How do I find the perfect woman?" And that's a dumbass question. The question is, how do I become the best catch I can be to attract that person? Because Mother Nature, women choose. Men, we choose too, but women usually do the choosing, right? Men, we usually start the pursuing, right? We start the pursuing. Usually men do, right? We're the ones who initiate contact. Hey, my name is, so and so. Some women who really like you will approach you, but men, we're the ones who really start the pursuing. We set the dates, right? We make the plans. We make our intentions clear. Hey, my name is Rodney. I'd love to meet you out for a drink. When are you free to get together? What does your schedule look like? You know? Or hey, I thought you were so fine. My name is Rodney. What's your name? Something like that, right? We start the pursuit. But over time, women choose you. The interesting about women is that women, you guys, any hot woman at any time probably has about 10 guys that are trying to fucking blow her back out. So, you know, you got to become the most appealing one to her, right? So become a good catch, right? Become a good catch. Yeah, I bet it is a 100%. Why? Because you're ready to rock, baby. You're all that pent up, semen, right? I don't know if it's been not to increase. Not to improve. Okay, releasing once weekly actually. Yeah, you got to release, right? But what happens is if you don't beat off a lot, like it gives you the urge to get out and hunt, you could say, right? To look for a date or have the urge to do that. And here's the thing. I think a lot of guys say they don't want to deal with women or don't want a relationship, but I think it's because they've just given up because it's tough, right? It's tough out there. The truth is that, maybe 20 years ago, you know, uh, attention and validation wasn't so easily given. And now, honestly, if you're a hot woman, you could literally post a video of you squatting, and you'll get a bunch of guys being like, oh, hi, beautiful, and DMing you and stuff like that. So, it's easy, right? Um, so validation and attention it's very easy to come by for a beautiful woman. And the truth is, a young woman, you know, between what 21 and 25, I mean, she's in her prime, baby. She's hot. The world is hers, right? And a man at that same age range may feel hopeless because, there's nothing more useless than a young man because all you are potential. And older men find younger women attractive. So the older, successful men who have all the money and the toys and the success and maybe are charismatic and stylish and have more experience with women, they have the pick of the litter, right? They're the ones flying these women out to Ibiza, right? They're the ones, because they have that experience. And a lot of young men say, fuck it, I quit. And it's like, no. Here's the thing. Women peak physically. I'm not saying financially, whatever. Women peak physically between those age ranges. So at 19 to 25, right? That's when they're their hottest, right? Men, we peak what, 40s, 30s, 50s sometimes? We have so much all the time in the world to become a attractive mate. Work on your fitness, work on your style, find something you love to do for a living or make good money. You have the world. So if you're feeling hopeless as a man, just understand that time is on your side, but you got to get to work. And understand that women, they peak at that young age. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of women in our society, like crazy modern feminists, that teach women that first, I don't know, a lot of women think that we care about their accolades. We don't. We just don't, right? A lot of guys don't care. So, for example, a woman who makes like $200,000 a year, to me, it doesn't make me more attractive than a woman who makes $50,000 or $60,000 a year. It doesn't. That doesn't. Why? Because we're visual creatures. We don't care about that shit. We care about loyalty, trust, commitment, and physical attraction. That's what we care about. We don't care about that. But society teaches women that they have to do this, they have to be like a business partner or have this really good career, and they'll attract a lot of men, or become an attractive partner. And that's just not how we operate. Men, we're not like that. We don't care about that shit. We don't, so shut up, Jayhawk. It's true. You can treat a woman like a queen and one mistake and she will leave your ass. That's not true. That's not true. Like, here's the thing, guys. Men, sometimes we blow out, right? We go through a hard time. For example, I had a buddy who out of nowhere lost a really good job, just moved here to San Diego, and was out of a job. His source of income, right? And his girlfriend makes good money. They moved here together, but obviously he was the breadwinner. They're in a dire situation. As a man, it's okay to sit there and sulk for a little bit, but you got to get your ass back on the horse. Some women will leave you if you're no good to them, right? But you can't expect a woman to sit there and stick by your side for years or months of you not trying to better yourself. Say, for example, you lost your job and you became depressed and you decided to just play video games all day, smoke weed, and escape because you didn't want to deal with getting a new job. Why would you expect a woman to sit around and just deal with that? That's fucking ridiculous. As a man, your job is to figure it out, improvise, adapt, overcome, break through fucking barriers, figure it out. You have the penis, right? You do the penetrating, right? That's your job. You got to figure it out. Like, yeah, as a man, yeah, a woman is going to leave your ass if you're lazy and complacent. You don't court and date her. Yeah, obviously, right? But the way these communities make it seem where you make one mistake and she's just going to leave you, who the fuck are you dating? Vet people properly. If you're like a millionaire, right, and you're dating a chick who just likes you because of your money, and you stop making that money and she leaves you, it's like, well, yeah, no shit, because your relationship was built on that. So not all women are like that. So it's crazy. Look, women are similar, just like men are all similar, but they're not exactly the same. It's crazy. Awandi says, guys want to be the hunter nowadays. That's not how it works. You should be the hunter. Yeah. So literally, like, there are women who are aggressive. Like, if they think you're really attractive, they will approach you, but it's rare, right? Usually they'll do things like stare at you or wave at you or smile at you or comment on you. So, for example, there's this personal trainer that I was talking to recently. She's very beautiful. We've been on a few dates, and the way she showed me that she liked me was she complimented my hair. I just had dyed my hair blonde, and she says, "Oh, I like that. It looks good on you." That's what she did. Women who go out of their way to compliment you probably think you're attractive. Like, women who do that probably think you're attractive. Most women are not going to come out and say, "Hey, I think you're hot. Let's go on a date." But a lot of guys wait around for women to do that. It's rare. It happens, but they have to be pretty aggressive and masculine, or they just really think you're attractive. So that's the way women will do that. Or they'll like literally hit you up out of nowhere, right? They'll be like, "Hey, I saw this movie and I was thinking of you." And some guys will be like, "Oh, does she like me?" It's like, "Yeah, dummy." Chris E says, "Tough what? Where there are a bunch of women around the world. Have you been to Thailand, Brazil, and other developing countries? Globalization has made it easier to." Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's horse trading. Yeah, obviously. There are so many guys who moved to fucking Philippines or like other countries, and yeah, they have money, they're Americans, they have higher status and date hot women there, women they could never get in the States. Yeah, but you think those money love you? Do you think a lot of those women love you for just you, or do you think they love you for what you can provide them, maybe get them some citizenship? So yeah, it's horse trading, of course. If you have money, money's a great equalizer. If you don't care about like actual romance and like actual like intimacy, like not pay for play, then yeah, if you have money, dude, the sky's the limit. You can do what the fuck you want. But it's conditional on your money. Awani says, exactly. A woman that works at Starbucks could be more attractive to us than a woman that makes 50K. 100%. Because we're men, we don't operate on how much do you make. Obviously, you want to have a good partner and who can have some sort of stability. You don't want a loser of a woman, right? But like, honestly, if I don't care if a woman makes 50K a year, if she's loyal, she's feminine, right? She's my type. and she makes 50K a year, or a woman who makes 300K a year who's a lawyer, like that doesn't mean anything to me. Exactly, DJ. Mr. J says my mom dates a bum. My mom did too. Jack says why we got a career to them, why we got to cater to them, what about what they need to keep us happy, they should date us too. 100%. So what I've noticed is that because as a man, so what happens in long-term relationships and marriages is that men were kind of goal oriented. So once we get a woman in like a marriage and I've done the same mistake too, or a relationship, we forget to date and court our women, right? Because we're busy with life. Like you have kids or maybe have other responsibilities. Maybe dating your wife is on like the lower end of priorities. But you have to date and court your wife, or the saying is someone else will. You have to make time for dates because men, we are the leaders. Women are natural followers, masculine and feminine energies. In gay and lesbian couples, there's a masculine, there's a feminine, there's a top, there's a bottom, there's a butch, there's, the one who isn't, I don't I don't know what that's called, but there's always different energies. So if you're the masculine energy in your relationship, you have to be the leader, right? Men were leaders. And usually women they're sweet. They'll buy you things. Like I've always did if I'm if I'm on my shit, everything's going well, I make sure to, put dating and relationship, make it a priority. Women will want to take you out. Like if you're a man and if you make some awesome dates, right? You're doing a good job dating, women will that are givers, that are not selfish, will be like, let me take you out. Let me pick you up. Like good women will do that, right? What's up, Roger? How you doing, baby? I'm here for 10 minutes. Teach me some great sage. Blue Monday. So there's this like little club that Roger and I go to. Like it's like a goth club. Fucking, Roger. I was like macking on some goth girls last Monday. Goth women are sexy, bro. I don't give a fuck. I was like macking on some really tall one and like some super hot one. But I had to ditch one of them because the boys and gals because we came in a group. I had to go outside, but Roger's my witness. I have a shitty cum hair. A sign of women like. Literally, Chrissy. I mean, we've been on dates and we've done things. So yeah, literally, yeah. So I mean, I got her on a date and stuff, and she literally told me, "I complimented you because I like you." So yeah. Jayhawk says, I had a girl from Mexico try to use me like that. I sent her ass back to some torn up. Yeah, sometimes, man, some women want that green card, baby. It's funny. Ask Roger about this too. Remember, Roger, I did it a girl I met at a club in Mexico. And she was talking about babies like the first 2 weeks into meeting her. And I was like 19 at the time. Absolutely not. Edgar says the best women for marriage are Chinese and Thai. If I'm honest, best relationships I've had. Yeah, maybe. Whatever floats your boat. Not my cup of tea. Hey, the honey working at 7-Eleven do be looking kind of fine sometimes. Which one is that one, Jedi? Which one's that one? Oh, why is she foreign or something? Oh, they'll start complimenting. Any compliment, I assume that as a sign of attraction. If a woman compliments me anywhere, I think that she thinks I'm hot or she wants me to talk to her more. That's the way I always take it. And it usually works out. Cologne compliments are not a sign. If it's like a diss, women are not going to say anything to you. If they don't like you, they're probably not going to say anything to you. But yeah, some guys really bomb that shit on themselves. He had 2 honeys on the night, some goth babes. Fucking live, they nads. Emo girls. I think goth babes are babes, bro. Jayhawk said, I had an emo chick suck 3 generations out of me. I'm gonna love you some goth girls, man. Woo! She wanted that anchor baby. Dude, you remember that, dude? Yeah, dude. She was fucking talking about babies the first 2 weeks. DJ says, I'm all about going out with my girl and doing fun stuff. Screw that whole sitting around at home. Yes. Oh my God. You gotta go out and have some fun. And what's interesting is Awandi says, ever gotten a compliment? Yes. What's interesting though is that you guys need to make sure you date someone with a similar temperament than you. They don't have to be exactly the same person. I think opposites do attract, but you got to be into some of the same things. So many people get themselves in trouble by dating someone who's, for example, say you're a person who's very orderly and like clean. You're going to drive yourself crazy dating someone who isn't. Say if you're someone who's very extroverted and loves to go out all the time, and you have someone who hates going out all the time. That's not good. Now, dating someone who's opposite of you can show you or teach you things about yourself that maybe you didn't know. So that's also a big deal. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. That's so funny. 3 generations. I've never heard that in my life. Never heard that in my life. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I'm at the feeling where I think I'm probably gonna have a girlfriend soon. I don't know. I'm set that vibe. I'm switching into girlfriend mode again. I don't know what's up with that. I'm open to having a girlfriend, but I made a mistake last time is settling. You don't want to settle. Settling's bad. Chrissy says, "Oh hell no! Every time I go out with my girl, I always end up spending crazy money. I keep my ass at home and sunbathe in my backyard. That's fine, but girls want to have fun. Cyndi Lauper, girls just want to have fun. That's so true. Girls want to have fun. You don't have to break the bank, but you can't be a cheap fuck. Have some fun, Chrissy. Have some fun, you little weirdo. Fucking Squidward over here. SpongeBob, I want to sit at home and sunbathe. Take your ass out, bro. Spence fucking Chrissy taking her to fucking McDonald's with a value menu. This is Chrissy. Chrissy taking her to McDonald's, dollar menu, and taking her to a park because it's free. Cheap ass motherfucker. You can have fun dates without breaking the bank, right? Like example for the first date, I always recommend doing something very cheap. Why? 1, you don't know this girl. 2, it makes it easier for you to excuse yourself. So many these are the worst 2 first date fucking 3 ideas. Concerts, movies, expensive dinners. Why concerts? First of all, it's long. What if you don't like her? What if she doesn't like you? Now you're sitting here awkward at this loud ass show. You can't leave. I mean, you can. And you can't even talk to each other. Can't even get to know each other. Why? Because there's music playing. Same thing with movies. Expensive dates. You don't take women out on expensive dates you just met. Now, the first date could turn into an expensive dinner date or a pricey dinner date if you like each other, if you're vibing. Say, for example, you go out for drinks and you guys just fucking hit it off, right? You're fucking touching each other. You're like, just conversation is great. You're having a bunch of drinks. You're just having a good time. Hey, I know a place down the street where we could play pool or go to an arcade or something like that. That's always a good little second date. Boom. Sure, let's go. Boom. Maybe that goes well. Hey, there's a place where we can get some food. You want to go there? Sure. Hey, would you like to go back to my place for a drink? Close the deal, baby. She'll say yes or no. So shut up, Jayhawk. DJ says, if your girl starts going to the gym while you sit at home, that's no longer your girl. She's now community girl. I like chicks who value fitness, dick in that mouth. Just kidding. I like a girl who values fitness and health. I can't date someone who's going to let themselves go. I just can't. Because I'm always in relatively decent shape. I get a little chubbier during the winter, but I'm usually shredded 1 time a year at least, right? I stay in relatively good health. I have to have a woman who stays in health, right? Now, you should be into taking care, as a man, you should be into taking care of your body too, right? I like a woman who likes to work out. And honestly, if you picked a woman who's a decent woman, and you shouldn't mind her going out without you. The thing is, guys, if women are going to cheat, if your girlfriend's going to cheat on you, she's going to cheat on you, bro. The only thing you can do is just trust but verify, right? Give them enough rope to hang themselves. You got to let people come and go as they please, right? Not saying fuck other people, but you have to give them the freedom to choose you, right? So many guys try to like covet women and lock them down to a commitment. Like, you got to be able to fucking You got to be able to let women come and go as they please. The people who cuff and you can't go out with your friends and you can't you can't do your hobbies and stuff like that. That's crazy. Now, obviously, if she's doing shit that's negative to your relationship, then yeah, you should look at that sideways. Like, here's a common thing: women will keep guys around that want to fuck them because they were friends before. But a lot of women will have guy friends, call them beta male orbiters, like guy friends, because I just don't get along with girls. Well, it's just a bunch of sausage in her mouth. I just can't get along with girls. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Um, obviously she belongs to the streets, right? Because there's a lot of women who keep guys around who want to fuck them, and they're your replacement if you fuck up. Now, I don't date women like that. And as you get older, most women, good women, will stop hanging out with guys who want to fuck them, right? Or as a man, you should make it clear. Say, hey, Michael's been trying to fuck you for 10 years. Why would I want you to hang out with him? That's disrespectful. What if somebody clip that. What if I hung out with a woman who wanted to fuck me? How would you feel? No, I don't put up with shit like that. And you shouldn't either. So if it's impeding on your relationship, if it's clearly shady, then no. Like, for example, I had a friend call me the other night who's becoming a closer friend to me. And he was upset because there's this guy who just broke up with his girlfriend, who was friends with his girlfriend, his new girlfriend. And they went on a hike, and he was venting to her about his ex relationship. He was insecure about that. But I told him he shouldn't be. Why? Because he's the prize. And this is an old friend who just broke up with his girlfriend who's venting to his girlfriend. They go way back, right? They've never had any sexual experiences or any relationship. It's just an acquaintance, right? And they're childhood friends or whatever like that. I'm like, dude, as a man, you have to understand that you're the prize, and you becoming insecure about that is a big turnoff to women. Now, if this is a guy she used to fuck, or this guy wants to fuck her, or he wants to hang out with her, or go out and get drinks at night or something like that, then obviously that's inappropriate, right? But Chrissy, what are your daily supplements, vitamins? I take vitamin B3. I take vitamin. I take a bunch of. I take a multivitamin D3. I take zinc. I take a zinc, magnesium, and iron mix. I take fish oils, and I take vitamin C every day. And then, of course, allergy medicine. I have bad allergies. DJ says, if it's somebody you already know prior to asking them on a date, then maybe can dinner or something like that. Exactly. Yeah. There's been women like I've dated in the past, and then like we rekindled something, or I've known them for a long time. Like I know who they are. Then dinner dates are fine. That's fine. But still, don't go all out, right? Don't be one of those guys who's like going like a fucking 5-star restaurant for your first date. That's crazy to me. I mean, you can, if you really got it like that, but I wouldn't. It doesn't look too bad, but what vitamins do you take on Saturday night? Yee. It's not medication, it's multivitamins, right? You want to make sure you're good. Steve says, I've just been eating beef and onions. It's been good diet so far, except I smell like onions. Yeah. Make sure you don't have onion breath. Yeah, don't try to impress her like lobster and shit for dinner. I've had chicks. So I went on a date with this chick maybe like 3 months ago, and she ordered some. We went to like a nice restaurant, and look, here's the thing. If this is where I come from, right? If it's my idea for the date, I pay, right? If I'm taking this chick to a nice restaurant, I'm not going to sit here and expect her to pay for half. That's fucking ridiculous, right? If it's my idea for the date, I pay. Usually women who are givers will be like, you want me to get half, or you want me to get the tip? I say, I'll give you this tip later on tonight, but I'm going to get everything. You know what I mean? So, if it's my idea, I pay for the date, but I look out for that. Like, I want to see if she wants to offer or even reach for her purse. I went on this date with this chick who ordered like the most expensive item, didn't even think about reaching for her purse, which it's okay. I was going to pay anyways, but I want to see the effort. You know what I mean? She didn't even fathom it, I was like, yeah. Still blew her back out though. Funny. I ain't taking her nowhere she can't afford for herself. That's funny. Jayhawk. Jedi Rock muscle mommy. Yeah, I love girls who work out. A little bit of muscle mass, muscle mommies. Let's go. Muscle mommies all day, baby. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Never do anything pricey or where you can't communicate. Exactly, exactly. You got to be able to communicate. Dates are getting to know people, guys. Rodney, you need a woman who blows your back out. You know what I mean? Like eats my ass. If you're into that, bro. I heard it feels nice. I wouldn't know, you know. You got to get your money's worth. No, I mean, look at it. I picked that place for a reason, right? And I just usually, so when I'm setting up a date, you know, I'm always like, hey, when are you free to get together? You know, it's Tuesday. All right, cool. How does 6 p.m. Tuesday sound? If this is like a second date, oh, great. Okay, cool. I'll pick you up at 6:30. Da da da. Do you have any food allergies? I always ask that, right? You don't want to take a bitch with or chick with a shellfish allergy to fucking sushi, right? Fucking sit there and die on your date, right? So I always ask for allergy. That's the only thing I ask for. And she says no. I say, oh, cool. I'll pick you up at 6:30, and then I don't even tell them where we're going. It's a surprise, right? Like make her guess, you know. She'll ask, "Oh, what should I wear? Is it like a nice face? Oh, dress casual, you know." So there's a little bit of mystery there too. Actually, funny story. You guys want to hear a funny story recently? So how do I say this without burning myself out? How do I say this? Let's just say a lot of stimulants makes your wiener not work. So you know, so hey, sometimes, you know what I mean? The other night, was it a week or two ago? Let's just say was on some shit. We were partying all day, you know, and one of my friends hit me up. She wanted to come over, and I was turning up a lot of the day, and the old soldier would not stand at attention, if you know what I mean. I was like, get in the fucking game. Get in the game. The spirit is willing, but the body. Sometimes, you know. Oh shit. All right, Simp story. Okay. What's a good Simp story for you guys? What's a good Simp story? Okay, this is the thing I did in high school a lot. Which you can't fucking blame men for doing these Simp shit, because what is the typical story, like the archetype you see in movies? The archetype is there's a nerdy guy who wants to date the hot cheerleader, right? But he's just like a nerd, right? And Chad Thundercock is like, "What's up, nerd?" You know? Let me copy your math homework, nerd. And stuffs him in a locker. You know what I mean? And he's banging Jessica, just blowing Jessica's back out in his Mustang. And you're the nice guy who writes her letters and, "Hi Jessica, it's good to see you. I've been thinking about you." And you write her poems all the time, and you show up at her house at 3 a.m. with a boombox and singing her love songs, and she magically falls in love with that guy. That's the archetype you see in the movies, right? But that shit will get you arrested now, right? You become a creepy stalker. So I used to do this thing in high school, and I was still okay. I was decent with chicks in high school, although I was kind of like dusty looking. I still dated like dusty girls, so you know what I mean. Hey, show my level. I used to write a lot of like poems. Oh, and it was so bad, bro. It was so bad, so bad. Some chicks liked them, some didn't. It was just kind of creepy. But I used to write some poems for chicks. Rose are red, violets are blue. I like you and want to eat your ass too. Shut up, Jayhawk. I know you ain't talking. I was a poem. They're so bad, bro. So bad. Some chicks like them, you know. But in hindsight, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? You know. But hey, man, you don't know what you don't know. This coffee is stone cold. My boy, really King Simp, dude. King Simp. Woo. That hurt to say. That hurt to say. That admission hurt. So I'll give you guys a Simp story. I've been there, done that, got the T-shirt. I really started learning like how to really navigate like dating, like in my like mid early 20s, and then like I really started to like master dating like my late 20s. Then I got in that long relationship. Then I got married. Then this last like year or so, I've been dating now, and it's been crazy. It's pretty much the same, honestly. It's just dating online dating is way more prevalent now. Like dating online is such a big deal these days. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know. The t-shirt. What t-shirt? Oh, what do you mean, Jayhawk? You ever mashed on a chick so hard and she took it and you were like, nah, I'm good on you? What do you mean? Once you realize you got nothing to lose, it all falls into place. Yeah, I mean, the thing is like, you can't be scared of rejection. Like, look at no one's perfect. Like, I drunk text too. I fucking slide into DMs when I shouldn't. I mean, I don't do anything really simping anymore, I'd say. I don't really simp these days, but we all make mistakes. You approach a chick who just rejects you. We all do fucked up shit, but you got to get back on the horse, right? Like rejection's part of life, man. With chicks, like you just gotta, send it. Doesn't shake me. It doesn't shake me any because this is what I know. It's just a numbers game, and it's not a numbers game that you're gonna win. It's not 50-50. It's not even 20-80. It's like 10-90, right? For a lot of guys. And just because you get her on a date doesn't mean you guys are gonna have chemistry. And just because you guys have chemistry doesn't mean you're gonna be in a relationship, right? So, like for out of every like 100 women you approach and you get 10% on a date, that's good. That's good. You said I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Oh, the t-shirt. Oh yeah, you never heard that before? Message, what the fuck is this? Oh, Madison. Say everything you throw at her, and she's taking out. Jayhawk, yeah. Well, that's a funny thing because, dude, some chicks, right, like can fucking take it, right? Some just like is a bottomless pit sometimes. So it all depends, right? It's different. It's different, I know it's a little vulgar, but it's true, It's true. Let me see. Some Cheese says, I'm old enough to remember when people who met online were nerds who couldn't meet anyone in real life. Yeah, that was a thing, but now it's like common, right? Yeah, what is like Plenty of Fish back in the day? Dude, the craziest hookup I've ever had in my life was on Plenty of Fish. The craziest one. Nuts. Like, this never happens, Crazy. Right, Jayhawk? He slides into my DMs all the time. Shut up, Jedi. Shut up, Roger. Plenty of Fish, what, like Match.com, Farmers Only, BlackPeopleMeet.com. It's funny. Yeah, but I met my ex-wife on Bumble. It's common, very common, very, very common, very common. It's like a lot of people have just busy lifestyles, right? Yeah, man. Crazy. Plenty of Fish, man. That was fucking. Some people call it Plenty of Whales. What's up, Slim Cheese? How you doing? I don't think anybody uses. I think people use like Tinder, Hinge, and like Bumble nowadays. I think Hinge is probably the best dating app. If I got to be serious, if I got to be honest, I think Hinge is probably the best one. Hinge has a lot of baddies on there too. Tinder's a lot of spam, right? That's what I've noticed. That's where you find these corn-fed honeys. Hey, man, corn-fed honeys need loving too. There's somebody out there. What's funny is that no matter how unattractive you think a chick is, she probably gets D regularly. She probably can, A lot of women don't have problem getting dick. They don't. Like, you ever see those experiments? I think Barstool Sports does them where these chicks go out and they ask guys, like, hey, you want to eat my ass? I'm serious. Like, literally shit like that. Let me see if I can play one of those real quick. Let me go to my Instagram real quick. And follow me on Instagram. Links to my Instagram is in the description of this. If you want to donate, CashApp there too. Let me see. Barstool, I think it was Barstool Sports. Barstool. Or just not working on my computer, I guess. There it is. Yeah, here it is. Present. Check this out.
No, I don't eat booty, baby. I'm sorry.
Oh, you don't? Is it like an allergy? Like, I just have extra.
Oh, pirate's booty.
Are you allergic to cheddar?
I think these are so fucking corny.
Nah,
Use me as a dislike button.
Cool and I like your approach.
So you do eat booty then, liar? Do you like want to eat my booty?
Well, usually when they go up to these guys are like, yeah, you know. Let's see, remove. Yeah. All right, guys. With that though, this is the hour for Simp Seminars. We're gonna make this a regular thing. Now, I don't know if it's gonna be at 9:30 every day because obviously I have other obligations on different days. But I do want to do 1 hour every day in Simp Seminars. So at least 5 days a week. So we'll see what the schedule is. But shout out to Jayhawk. I appreciate y'all, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys like this channel. Hopefully I can help you out with a little bit. Keep coming with the questions. No questions are too taboo here. I will answer any question. I'll share some of my stories. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one, all right? Later, guys.